Hey everyone, Blockbuster trade on the horizon. There's serious buzz around the league that Brett Veach might be pulling off a massive trade. If this deal goes through, the Chiefs could be adding another game-changing player to their already stacked roster. We're talking about a deal worth $100 million. That's no small amount, but honestly, the player involved is absolutely worth it. If this trade happens, the Chiefs lineup would become nearly unbeatable. Just imagine pairing another elite talent alongside Mahomes, Kelce, and possibly even Tyreek Hill if the rumors of his return come true. The offensive and defensive balance could shift entirely in Kansas City's favor, making them the undisputed Super Bowl favorites. Brett Veach has a history of making bold moves that pay off, and this could be his biggest one yet. $100 million is a massive price tag, but when you're building a dynasty, you have to take big swings, and Veach knows how to win. The Chiefs' front office has been aggressive in the past, and this move would solidify Kansas City's dominance for years to come. If this deal gets done, Chiefs Kingdom will be in for a historic season. The combination of talent, coaching, and championship experience would make Kansas City the team to beat. Opposing teams would struggle to keep up with the offensive firepower, and the defense could be elevated to elite status with the right addition. The Kansas City Chiefs enter this offseason under immense pressure, and the stakes have never been higher after a crushing loss in Super Bowl 59. Standing still isn't an option with Patrick Mahomes at the helm and a roster built for championships. GM Brett Veach is set to reshape the future through the 2025 NFL Draft. Now armed with extra compensatory picks and a loaded draft class, the Chiefs are primed to strike gold again. But with key free agency losses, including a major blow to the defensive line and swirling rumors around a star wide receiver, the urgency to nail this draft has never been greater. Let's analyze several new developments from the last few hours. First, my friends, can I ask you a favor? If you like what we're doing here, show your support by clicking the like button. It's a great way to help us out. Thank you for your support as we dive into this 7-round mock draft. Trade-ups, value steals, and high upside picks dominate the strategy. Moves that could lock in another Super Bowl or leave Kansas City exposed. Let's break it down. Round 1, pick 19, Michigan Millen. The Chiefs trade up to snag Kenneth Grant, a powerhouse from Michigan and arguably the best all-around defensive tackle in this class. Standing at 6'3", 340 LPs, Grant is a true game-changer. His film is a showcase of raw strength and elite ability to clog running lanes, yet he's shockingly nimble, making him a sneaky pass rush threat. Pairing Grant with Chris Jones would create one of the NFL's most dominant interior duos, forcing offenses to pick their poison. Grant could be the long-term anchor Kansas City has lacked since losing depth on the defensive line, giving them an answer to a problem that's lingered for seasons. Round 3, pick 66, Quinshon Judkins, Ohio State. Running backs may be devalued in today's NFL, but Quinshon Judkins is too good to pass up. Ranked as the no 2 RB in this class, Judkins is a compact, violent runner with elite balance and burst. With Isaiah Pacheco and Elijah Mitchell already in the fold, adding Judkins would give Kansas City one of the league's deepest, most versatile backfields. His resume: 3 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons at Ole Miss and 45 career touchdowns proves his impact. If Judkins slides to round 3, this becomes a no-brainer pick to supercharge Mahomes' arsenal. Round 3, pick 95, Anthony Belton, NC State. Next up is Anthony Belton, a 6'6", 335 lb offensive lineman out of NC State. Even with Jalen Moore handling left tackle duties, Kansas City must keep building the O-line to protect Mahomes. Belton's versatility to play both tackle and guard gives the Chiefs essential depth and flexibility, especially as contracts shift and injuries arise. His size and surprising agility make him an ideal developmental player who could turn into a starter. Investing in Belton helps ensure Mahomes stays upright when it matters most. Round 4, pick 133, Ty Felton, Maryland. With a wide receiver group riddled by injuries and distractions, Ty Felton is a timely addition, clocking in with a sub 4.4 speed at the combine and backed by strong college production. Felton brings both explosiveness and reliability. Beyond his receiving skills, Felton adds immediate value on special teams as a gunner, making him a dual-threat contributor. His ability to stretch the field while providing depth and versatility is exactly what Mahomes needs as Kansas City retools its passing attack. Round 7, pick 226, Chimere Dike, Michigan. Late in the draft, Chimere Dike offers Kansas City a high upside gamble. Though his stats won't wow anyone, His 18.6 yards per catch shows big whip potential. Dyke's 4.34 40-yard dash and elite 1.51 10-yard split at the combine underscore his speed. Though he needs work on his route tree and hands, Dyke could grow into a dangerous deep threat while contributing on special teams. For a seventh rounder, his upside is hard to ignore. Round 7, pick 257, Catan Crawford, Nevada. With their final pick, Kansas City snags Catan Crawford, graded as a fourth-round talent but slipping to Mr. Irrelevant. His man coverage, tenacity, athleticism, and confidence fit perfectly in Steve Spagnuolo's aggressive, versatile defense. Following Justin Reed's exit in free agency, Crawford could carve out an early role in Kansas City's secondary. Though he's a bit undersized and needs refinement in tackling, his raw coverage skills and mentality make him a valuable late-round addition with starting potential. The Wharton problem: while Kansas City eyes the future, the loss of Tershawn Wharton to the Panthers creates a major gap. After re-signing on a one-year prove-it deal, Wharton exploded for 6.5 sacks and 10 starts in 17 games, earning a 3-year, $45 million deal with $30 million guaranteed. From undrafted free agent to defensive centerpiece, Wharton's ability to disrupt from the inside and his lateral quickness made him vital to Spagnuolo's. His absence leaves a glaring hole, one the Chiefs hope Kenneth Grant can fill, but replacing Wharton's leadership and production will be no easy task. Could Amari Cooper be the answer? With Kansas City aiming for another Super Bowl run, Amari Cooper has emerged as a potential high-impact addition to the Chiefs' receiving core. Despite turning 31 before the 2025 season, Cooper remains one of the league's premier route runners with elite separation ability and the technical precision to create mismatches. Even if his top-end speed has diminished slightly with age, the Chiefs have been proactive in free agency, but the wide receiver room still feels incomplete. Injuries and off-field issues have left the group lacking a reliable veteran presence. Adding Cooper could provide Patrick Mahomes with a trustworthy, polished target capable of moving the chains and delivering in critical moments, something the offense has sorely missed. Cooper's recent stint in Buffalo didn't go as planned, as injuries and scheme fit limited his production. However, that disappointing chapter may drive his price down, making him an ideal low-risk, high-reward signing for Kansas City. More importantly, Cooper's addition would provide veteran leadership for younger receivers like Xavier Worthy, who is expected to play a significant role moving forward. Pairing Cooper's polished route running with Worthy's blazing speed would give Mahomes a balanced, dynamic duo, a mix of reliable possession receiving and game-breaking vertical threats. If Cooper and Mahomes can develop chemistry during training camp, the Chiefs' passing game could regain its explosive form, giving Kansas City a legitimate shot at another Super Bowl title. Cooper might not be a long-term answer, but as a short-term solution, his presence could stabilize a WR unit that has struggled for consistency since Tyreek Hill's departure. What do you think? What do you think about the Chiefs potentially adding Amari Cooper to their wide receiver room? Would his veteran presence be the missing piece for another Super Bowl run? Or should Kansas City focus on developing younger talent? How do you feel about the picks in this mock draft? It seems that the Chiefs have managed to land a big name to strengthen the team for next season. I'll give you all the details in just a second, but first, make sure you've already hit that like button if you agree that the Chiefs are going back to the Super Bowl this season. Seriously, I know some people don't believe it, but I really think the Chiefs can get there if they organize the team properly. If you agree, drop a comment like, "Go Chiefs, I believe in winning the Super Bowl." Now, let's get to the big news, and trust me, it's a shocker. Joe Thuney traded to the Bears. Yes, you heard that right. The Chiefs have traded one of their most reliable offensive linemen, Joe Thuney, to the Chicago Bears in exchange for a 2026 fourth-round pick. Thuney has been a rock in front of Patrick Mahomes, anchoring the offensive line with consistency and toughness, but the reality is that the NFL is a business, and sometimes tough decisions have to be made. The Chiefs are clearly looking at the long-term picture, and while losing Thuney stings, it opens the door for some key roster adjustments. Hollywood Brown re-signs on a team-friendly deal just hours after the Thuney trade. The Chiefs made another big move. Hollywood Brown is back. He signed a one-year deal worth up to $1 million a steal. Considering his potential impact on the offense, the Chiefs wasted no time making it official, with Brown signing his contract and the team posting about it all over social media. If Brown can stay healthy and develop better chemistry with Mahomes, he could be a game changer in the passing game. Trey Smith tagged, now what? The Chiefs also locked in Trey Smith by placing the franchise tag on him, setting his cap hit at $23,400,000. But the front office isn't done. They're still in talks to work out a long-term extension. If Kansas City can secure Smith with a multi-year deal, it would be a huge win for the offensive line and give Mahomes the protection he needs for years to come. Nick Bolton secured a defensive cornerstone. The Chiefs didn't stop there. They locked down linebacker Nick Bolton on a 3-year, $45 million deal with $30 million guaranteed. Bolton has been the heart of Kansas City's defense, and securing him long-term was a top priority for the front office. This deal ensures that Bolton remains a defensive leader and a core piece of Steve Spagnuolo's system for the foreseeable future. Jalen Moore, a key addition at left tackle. The Chiefs also addressed their offensive line needs by signing offensive tackle Jalen Moore to a 2-year, $30 million deal with $22 million guaranteed. Moore has only started 12 games in his career, but learning under a guy like Trent Williams in San Francisco has clearly helped him develop. Moore isn't a superstar, but his floor is higher than any left tackle Kansas City has had in years. Most importantly, he rarely gives up quick losses, which was a massive issue for the Chiefs last season. If Moore can provide stability at left tackle, this could quietly be one of the smartest signings of the off. Elijah Mitchell joins the backfield. Another former 49er is headed to Kansas City. Running back Elijah Mitchell signed a 1-year deal worth up to $3,500,000. Mitchell brings serious speed. He ran a 4.38 at the combine, but his injury history is a concern. The most games he's played in a single season is 11. That said, this move gives off serious Jerick McKinnon vibes. Remember, McKinnon missed back-to-back seasons with knee injuries before signing with the Chiefs and having a solid few years. If Mitchell can stay healthy, he could be a sneaky good addition to this backfield. The Chiefs still need to add another running back, whether through free agency or the draft, but Mitchell provides valuable depth. Justin Watson and Samaje Perine depart. Not all the news was good. The Chiefs also lost some key contributors. Justin Watson signed a 1-year deal with the Houston Texans after Kansas City's injury-plagued season exposed the need for more reliable depth. Samaje Perine returned to the Bengals on a 2-year deal, giving Cincinnati a powerful backfield weapon. Turk Wharton cashed in big, landing a 3-year, $54 million contract with the Panthers. That's life-changing money for a guy who went from undrafted free agent to 2-time Super Bowl champion, Christian Fulton. Joins the secondary. One of the more intriguing moves came when the Chiefs signed cornerback Christian Fulton to a 2-year, $20 million deal with $15 million guaranteed. Fulton, a former second-round pick out of LSU, had a career year with the Chargers last season. He's had an up-and-down career, but Kansas City has one of the best defensive backs coaches in the NFL in Dave Merritt. If anyone can unlock Fulton's potential, it's him. With Justin Reed leaving to sign with the Saints on a 3-year, $31,500,000 deal, the Chiefs are hoping Fulton helps stabilize the secondary. Salary cap crunch. Here's the reality. The Chiefs are over the cap by roughly $7 million, putting them dead last in the league. To get under the cap, the easiest move would be to lock in Trey Smith to a long-term deal. Other restructuring options include tweaking the contracts of Patrick Mahomes, Chris Jones, Jawan Taylor, Creed Humphrey, or Travis Kelce, but some of those options aren't ideal. One way or another, the Chiefs have to get under the cap by the end of business tomorrow. DeAndre Hopkins to the Ravens. Finally, the DeAndre Hopkins era in Kansas City is over. After a midseason trade last year didn't work out, Hopkins has signed a 1-year deal worth up to $6 million with the Baltimore Ravens. Hopkins never quite found his rhythm in Kansas City, but he now gets a fresh start with Lamar Jackson in Baltimore. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates from Chiefs Kingdom.